evening, everyone. It's another warm one, isn't it? It's getting temper stirred, or is it? I'm joined tonight by the wonderful Andy of Excelsior's Domain and the delightful Ed of Vaults of Icon. How are we? Always giving us the middle finger. Maybe tempers are being raised. I don't know. How are we all on this wonderful hot day?
Yeah, we're pretty melty because I had to stand up all the way home on the train.
Oh, you had to stand up. Oh, bless you.
Northern Rail apologise for having a train that is half the size it's supposed to be for the second night running.
Ed, how are you?
Perfectly fine, dear.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm going to see who's here to say hello. Bam, deja vu again. I know. Hello there. How are we doing?
There's German in the chat now as well. See, I've started a trend without even being heard. So there you go.
Okay, fair enough. Martin says, let's see if this works. Don't know what happened to Ed's video. I think there was some YouTube glitch and it's just gone on to normal mode, which is fine. Dave, hello. How you doing? Are you all right, matey? We've got hellos from Martin to Dave. Hello, Lydia. Nice to see you in the chat. How are you? And Dave, another Dave. He's Dave 3, but he's second in the chat. Tim. Hello, Tim. How you doing? You know, I bet Tim turns up at my shop tomorrow. Yes, I think he did, Ben. Oh, there was a YouTube glitch, like I said. Hellos to each other. Buford's here. Hello, Buford. Another Dave. I don't know what number you are now, but hello, Dave. How are we doing? All Daves present and correct. They are indeed, Martin. Josh, hello there. Yep. We've got Mark. Hello, he's gone all German tonight. V8. Hello there. Palps, how you doing, matey? I haven't commented them all. I have seen quite a few of those sketches that you're doing on YouTube. They're fantastic, mate. If no one has been and checked out Palps' channel, do so, because he's putting up some sketches of Star Wars characters, and they're absolutely incredible. Very, very good work, sir. Very good work. Jonathan, how are you doing? Are you all right? My mum's still waiting for her pool. He knows what I'm talking about.
Out of context comment, okay.
He knows what I'm talking about. Dave dipped out for a second. Hello to every bugger that he's not said hello to. Tim's working. It's all right. I would rather you earn your money. You can't spend it with me unless you earn it. And it saves me a coffee. What we all up to tonight then, ladies and gentlemen? What we got for him? We've got no real plans, have we?
Nope. Nope. I've got some pickups.
Very welcome, very welcome. And you want to go straight into pickups, or we could go into toy news? I will let you two decide. Pickups or toy news?
Do toy news. Toy news is good. Toy news is traditional, isn't it?
Toy news? Right, okay, well... Let me... I should really have had this set ready to share straight away, shouldn't I? But I do this all the time. Right, okay, news broke today that...
If it broke tomorrow, you wouldn't be able to show it.
No, I wouldn't. It could have broke yesterday, though, but it didn't. It broke today. Hasbro will have announced that they're going to be doing a Legends of Zelda figure line and will be revealing what the first 3 figures are, their first wave, at San Diego Comic-Con this year. And I thought we'd have quite a nice long lengthy discussion as to what those figures may be, but let's face it, it's going to be Link, Zelda, and either Ganon or Ganondorf, depending on whichever version's going to be in the film, because I reckon they're going to lead with movie toys for the movie that comes out next year. Does anyone disagree with that?
Isn't that spoilerish if the movie hasn't come out yet? I know everyone knows roughly what they look like, I get
Well,
that.
they've released images already of what they look like in costume.
Oh, have they? Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough, I retract my statement.
Yeah. They haven't released images of Ganon or Ganondorf, hence why I said either Ganon or Ganondorf. Because depending which version they go with, they are actually 2 different versions of the character, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, 6 inches is quite a decent size for a figure, isn't it?
Well, it's your usual scale. It's Black Series, Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe. Yeah. pretty standard now. It's the go-to scale now, isn't it, Ed? Dave says it will be interesting to see how this turns out. Hoping that you're referring to the Legend of Zelda figure line and not getting your wooden spoon out, sir. Epona will be the first vehicle. Could there possibly be a second then? I'm not sure. They say it's a good size, says Mark. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Does anyone else want to... Does anyone disagree that they're not going to be movie-related figures? Do you think there could be video game ones?
This movie has passed me by conceptually, so I have no idea. So we're talking about a live-action...
Live-action movie?
Okay.
I think it's Sony that's making it, but I'm not 100% certain. And it comes out next year.
It comes out next... Well, mind you, they do release reveals at early doors, don't they? Because they want the pre-orders, presumably. So it does make a certain amount of sense to be doing it now, I guess.
Good, Dave. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if they were... I'd prefer them to be based off the video games. If they're based off the video games, then I will be acquiring them, definitely. If it's based on an upcoming movie that I haven't seen, it may be a case of wait and see what I think to the film.
But that's interesting though. Why does your appreciation or not of the film have a bearing on your appreciation or not for figures based on a IP that you already like?
Well, if they're releasing product based on something that I already collect, then I'll get them. If they're basing product on something that I may not like that iteration of...
Oh, I see. You think they could depart from what you would prefer them to look like? Is that what you're concerned?
Yeah, I mean, the film might be rubbish.
Yes, but you mean visually rubbish though, from your point of view.
No. But even though we've seen the costumes and they look good for a movie thing, if the movie's not very good, then I probably wouldn't want toys related to that movie.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like I've collected Joker toys and figures for many years, but I don't have any Jokers based upon Gerard Leto's version of the Joker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But that's probably more to do with the realization of that version of the Joker character rather than the entire film.
Probably, yeah. But I mean, that film was rubbish. There certainly are so many versions of Link that they could do, definitely. And I hope that they've got the license to do them all. It does. There was something I read earlier where it said it was a multi-year deal, so I'm guessing that they plan on doing more than just figures from the film. Otherwise, it'll be very limited, won't it? The film's due out in April.
Oh, okay.
Mark says it wouldn't surprise him if this movie is a litmus test for an expansion to the Universal Park. Could well be, definitely. Yeah.
Martin is about to say something very unsurprising.
Jonathan just wants it to be Link from Link to the Past. Fair enough. If the figures look great, Dave will be interested regardless of the movie. If they look really awful, he may be tempted to get one on clearance. Zelda is something that Martin has no knowledge of, having never played the game. Not asked. Next. Fine, Dave. We've spent all of, 5 minutes on this? Fair enough. Ed, I don't know if you want to lead with this one, because I've already forgot the name of the guy.
Oh, yeah, I've forgotten the name of it. It's
Cursed something, isn't it?
Cursed Knight. Yeah, Cursed Knight. It's a knight errant. It's from Four Horsemen, and it's coming out. It's SDCC exclusive, but it is going up for retail on the on Store Horseman around November time.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I had a bit of a chat with Four Horsemen about some of the choices that they made on the sculpt. The one that caught my attention the most initially was the leather boots, rather than having, you know, suit of armor boots.
All right. Yes.
Yeah.
And it was, they were going for kind of a knight errant kind of style with it.
Okay.
So is that because he's a bit sort of low maintenance knight, sort of?
Yeah, kind of like what I'm trying to remember from history. I think a knight errant is basically a knight that doesn't have any particular allegiance. They're kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? A bit of a,
I don't mean shogun, I mean something else.
yeah, something like that. You know, they just drift and
Yeah.
you know, take up whatever cause they happen to come across. But yeah, it's a nice figure. I mean, to be fair, I mean, there's nothing new on it. Every part that's on that has been used on other figures over the years. It's just that they've been put together on that particular one, and
You can tell because they haven't even washed his clothes, have they?
Yeah, the tunic. Yeah, well, I mean, that. To be fair, that was the first thing that kind of drew me to it. That there was this kind of like worn and tattered.
I like it.
You know, Crusader's tunic to it. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep my eye out for it.
Sorry. Spoilers.
Around November time, but I can see probably stock's going to be quite limited on this one.
Potentially. Yeah. To me, it screams something that's come out of a video game. You know, like Dark Souls or something like that.
But the sword and shield is from Sir Elijah. The tunic is from Sir Elijah and Sir Enoch, as is the shoulder armour. The head sculpt, that's from Sir Elijah, and then all the other bits again are from various Templar Knights that have come over the years. But what is also interesting as well, you get armour, arms and legs to replace the bone arms and legs.
Yeah.
If you wish, but still leaving the leather boots. Oh yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, that would be weird, wouldn't it, if you were to change all of the armour out and be left with leather boots? That would be rather weird to look at.
It was a Ronin I was thinking of. That's a rogue.
That's a rogue samurai.
That's a Japanese warrior without a master. Yes.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Cursed Templar, apparently. Dave had looked it up for us.
Yeah.
Joe, your favourite customer is visiting tomorrow. We're going to have fun. All right, okay. You're bringing someone with you then?
Is that a promise or threat?
Hello, Joe. Did I miss you? I wasn't aiming for you. Okay, moving on. As you saw from that spoiler there, next item is a Super 7 reaction figure, or pair of. San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, as these glow-in-the-dark ones always are. We've got Mecha Godzilla, and I believe that's the 1993 version, because you know me. And we've got a Godzilla there, and I'm not sure which version that is. It could be 89. It does say right here, but the line of the packaging is, you know,
Yeah, it could be 89.
It could be 80. It could be 84. In fact,
Could be
actually,
84
looking at
as
it
well.
now, it could be 84. Yes, that makes more sense to me. Does that? Godzilla Returns. Yeah, and there they are, glowing in their splendor. I mean, I do have these things already behind me. Not these ones because they're not out yet, but the rest of the ones that have been out before I've got. And then I don't believe this one's a glow. This is what they're calling colour shock, and it's a glittery pink. Dave will love this one, with a bit of gold glitz and glamour on his spines. Or his dorsal plates might be the more correct terminology. I've just realised this one says it's 7-inch scale.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the other one, they're not all 7-inch, surely. It's like these should be 3 3/4 inches. So 7 inches on a card back. That card back's going to be enormous. Oh.
Oh, maybe oh no, hang on. That says deluxe. So maybe there is a deluxe version of it that's bigger.
Possibly. Well, their Ultimates figures are 7-inch. I assumed that this was like these, which is a reaction. Yeah, reaction down here. So that's 3 3/4. This is 7. Okay, news to me. Right, I did save what these are just so that I can read it out to you, because I don't know what they are. I just thought that robot thing looked bloody awesome. Right, these are 5BT5 toys, Delta 17, War in the Shadows, Skystorm unit. You get JF26 and Desert Shepherd and Jaguar 2-pack. So the one that I'm interested in is obviously the Skystorm unit JF26. I think he looks pretty cool. There's a close-up of him. Whatever it is, I don't know, but it's got vac metalized metal and it looks mad as a box of frogs. Which is that's my collection all over, isn't it? Mad as a box of frogs.
It reminds me a little bit of the Sentry Terminator prototypes from Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines.
Okay. Crossed with an original Cylon, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agree. Yeah, it's like a sort of... What happens if a Cylon is upset and gets its legs chopped off? It puts big caterpillar tracks on itself and turns itself into a mini tank.
Cool.
Sorry, is this Robot Wars, is it?
Nice. Do I have to say it again? Okay, this is...
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't listening.
No one ever listens to me. This is 5BT5 toys, Delta 17, War in the Shadows. You get Skystorm unit JF26, and then there's a 2-pack of Desert Shepherd and Jaguar.
No.
And these are going to be Joe Fest 26 exclusives. So these are 3 3/4 inch, aren't they? Well, I imagine they are. Maybe the 6. Those look like... Yeah, those crotches look very much like... In fact, the whole figures look like a standard G.I. Joe figure to me. Joe's got something to tell me. He accidentally bidded on Dave's loincloth, and unfortunately it got lost in the post. Okay, I didn't realise Dave was selling it. Good evening, Patrick. How are we, sir? Dave does indeed like the pink Godzilla. Pink with sprinkles on, says Martin. Reanimator Dave loves the pink. Rhubarb and custard Godzilla. I like that. And it's going to charity. How can you give it to charity if it got lost in the post?
Yeah.
Peptozilla. Yeah. Diarrhea. Bit of a mouthful, definitely. Oh, Dave's aware of it. Delta 17 stuff is all right.
Right. High praise indeed.
I don't know what that says. I think possibly High Lydia. Action Force throwouts. Not with those kind of... Well, I suppose, yeah. The G.I. Joe Action Force, I suppose. So, Palps actually likes the 2-pack more than the robots. He's wrong, of course, but he's welcome to that opinion. Jurassic Collector, hello there, how you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Indeed.
Yeah, like I said, I did screenshot that so that I knew what I was talking about. Marvel Legends have hit us up with some more Deadpool and Wolverine figures. I can't imagine anyone's going to want any of these. We've got an X-Force Wolverine, Deadpool, sorry. Apparently this one is the concept version. They were considering having his costume look like this for the film.
Really?
Really, yeah. You know, strip all the colour off him and go with that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There he is in his box. comics.
Doesn't he have a similar suit in one of the comics?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. X-Force. It's his X-Force outfit.
Right, okay.
Yeah. The Cavalrine. Yeah. I think people are probably going to go for this one. He's got a lot of fans out there as the Cavill, hasn't he? There he is in his box. Doesn't come with many accessories. I mean, the only accessory he could really come with from the film that he doesn't have is his cigar. Which I think he should have, you know, but I get why Hasbro's not done it. They don't want to support smoking.
It'd be quite funny if that happened, if that then turned up on a Warhammer miniature
Wouldn't it just?
battlescape, you know.
And then we've got the Deadpool Arena. Which I'm not a fan of this one. It feels very lazy. I mean, to be fair, that's quite lazy, isn't it? It's just a normal Wolverine figure with a different head. But yeah, no.
Is that not just the Wolverine mould, just painted red and black?
Painted red and black, yes.
Yes, it's
Obviously
literally...
I believe that head sculpt might be original because
Yeah.
it's got the Deadpool mask, hasn't it? But
It's a Deaderine, isn't it?
it's a Wolverine pool, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, a Wolverine pool, okay.
Wolverine pool, yeah. Sorry, even I got it wrong. It's because I don't care. Something else I just do not give a shit about. Phil, they're making a Transformer for you. I know he's not here. He can watch it on catch up. Crossover Transformers. We've got the Mysterious Prime, and I forgot the name of the dog. Robo Mutt or something like that. Auto Mutt. That's it. Auto Mutt. You can put all 4 different heads onto the figure, so it can be Fred, Daphne, Thelma, or Shaggy. Why? Who wants this? Yeah. Ed, are you adding this to your collection of Transformers?
Sorry, what was that?
I said, will you be adding this to your collection of Transformers?
Oh, not a hope in hell.
I didn't think so. I didn't think. In fact, is there anyone here in the chat that's going to be buying this?
I think it's really pointed out.
Except for Dave.
It's really pointed out that it doesn't even have a Transformers version of the head. All
No.
the heads are non-robot heads, effectively.
They did the same for the Turtles, to be fair. They did the same there. Does anyone still buy Marvel Legends? The price points are absurd. They're on par with
gone
everything
up
else.
again.
They're on par with everything else, to be fair. The Wolverpool looks awesome. Ben disagrees with me. We need Die Hard figures. I don't think you're going to get them from Hasbro. Yes, I know.
Okay.
Okay. They would have got away with that Scooby-Doo Transformer if it wasn't for them pesky kids.
Well played, Martin. Well played.
I see what you did there. Embarrassing trip to A&A. That would be. You're not supposed to shove it up your, you know. Dave's actually not keen, but a friend has ordered one for his son. I suppose that's what toys are for. I can't imagine this is a kid-friendly price point, though. But, yeah, there we go.
What is these days, though? Yeah.
True. Oh, I quite like the look of these, even though I haven't played the game for many years. Well, I've never played God of War Ragnarok, but I mean God of War in general. McFarlane Toys are doing some God of War Ragnarok figures. There's this one that I've already forgotten the name of. Yep. Is that him before he becomes God of War then? There we are. It's in her jar.
In her jar?
One her jar. Okay. In her jar. Yeah, I'm not right fussed over that one, but that one looks cool. That one looks very, very cool.
He's got some strange segmentation around his arm.
That's McFarlane Toys for you. You should recognise this from your Batman figures. Yeah, obviously, yeah, there we go, in the box. And then out of the, you know, showing what bits he comes with. And then you get him in his Ares armour, or Ares armour, however you want to pronounce it. It's Ares. Ares. There we go. That, I actually like how that presents in the box.
Yeah.
I think that looks quite nice and impressive as it is.
It's got a slightly oriental look to it, that one.
Well, I kind of see what you mean. Yeah.
Just the gold and the red, I think.
Dave, he comes with a loincloth.
Loincloth, I was going to say. Loincloth alert. Loincloth alert.
They all have loincloths. How did we not see this sooner? Dave wants the whole set. Hairy armour, he says. Hairy armour. Andy.
And you have a happy face.
To be fair, I think Ed will like this as well. 3-0, Robotech, Robodoo, VF, 1S, Veritech, Roy, Fokker, Shadow Finish version. So yes, they have released this before. I think we've discussed it before, but now they've added a little bit of a paint effect to make it look like there's shadows painted onto it. And I kind of like it. It's nice. It does look quite tasty. There we are. So apparently this does have like a die-cast skeleton inside, with plastic parts over it. I'd rather it be the other way around, to be fair. I'd rather feel die-cast. But I get why they do it. I got lots of pictures of this one. Oh, Josh is saying that he's saying he's very excited for the God of War figures. He's a big fan. He hasn't. Mark hasn't bought a McFarlane toy since the movie Maniacs days. They've got better. Not much. Yeah, smidgen. They're now articulated, whereas before they were statues.
There is that.
Dave saw the loincloth, he certainly did. Always up for a Valkyrie, says other Dave.
So say we all.
Great for the die-cast fan. Yeah. And it does actually transform as well, you know, which is quite important for this character, isn't it? For this, not character, this mech suit. There we are. That's the Gerwalk version, right?
Yep.
Yep.
With all the missiles on the wings. Yes.
It's a very attractive looking figure, is this one. I mean, I understand it'll be the prototype and they will have photographed it in its best possible lighting, and I dare say it will be photoshopped, but it still looks very nice.
That's interesting. Yeah, of course, yeah. Cause it's, I was just thinking about how the gun was going to be underslung in the middle there.
Isn't that where it always is?
Yeah, I mean, I very seldom ever mounted it there because then I can't land it without sort of, you know, it's just awkward. But
so there it is, side by side with the clean version that was released before.
Okay.
So you can see the difference.
Hmm.
I mean, they're saying shadow. I just think it looks weathered.
It's like cell shading or something, isn't it? Almost. It's like
Yeah.
a sort of a more modern animation style for it. Yeah.
The top one there to me looks like it's just come out of the factory, and then this one down here looks like it's been flying around for a couple of months. And I think that's it for toy news. There we go.
Cool.
Yeah. There we are. McFarlane, our mixed bag. Dave likes his Dr. Fate and Starman. A lot of their stuff doesn't appeal, though. Fair enough. Fair enough. And Martin's looking for the 1989 Michael Keaton Batman from McFarlane. He's let us all know, and he's going to keep letting us all know until he gets one.
Is this a new one that's coming out that's like from the comic book with the purple on the inside of
Yes.
the kit?
He'll probably make do with that, but he just wants any 89 Keaton Batman so he can of that scale that will go into his Batmobile. Even though he's not going to put it in his Batmobile, he's going to stand it beside it.
I'm curious with that Batmobile because I don't understand why the cockpit looks so terrible.
You think it does?
Yeah, the shape and the windows are all wrong.
Oh, right, okay.
It doesn't curve down, it curves up, and the windows get bigger as they get round to the front.
Right, okay.
Mind you, is the comics one? Is that the comics one?
No, that
That's a movie
Batmobile is supposedly based
Right.
off the one. Well, supposedly based off the one that we see briefly in the Flash movie.
Oh, I see.
I haven't put those on there. I like how you call them abominations. I actually quite like the look of them. Although I like them more as a model car than I do as a robot. I haven't because they're an unofficial product and they're a little bit niche for most of our audience. Most of them tend to go for, sort of like off-the-shelf things that you can buy in a shop rather than things that you can only get if you know where to get them from. Yeah. Damn right, that's the figure he wants. Yes. And not something else Martin has a problem with. It's only got one seat inside the Batmobile.
Ah.
But it doesn't matter because they're never going to make a Vicky Vale figure. So you'll get a dozen Batmen, but no Vicky Vales. No Vicky Vales. Chat's gone silent now. Oh, goodness. Right, that's up for toy news. What do you want to move on to next? Are you going to go straight into pickups, or does either of you want to bring something up?
I had one topic, but it's perhaps a bit downbeat.
Go on, then.
Well, that was my trauma one, but
Really? You want to go for that?
I don't know. I don't know.
We'll go for it if you want.
All right. Well, there was some talk in our sort of group a few days back now where a couple of people, and obviously for obvious reasons I won't name names, but they were describing sort of significant life experiences that had happened which were difficult, and that made me sort of consider was one of my drivers for collecting the fact that my life had gone through a substantial change, which meant that I had, I guess, more time and space, but perhaps also a desire to sort of rediscover, kind of what makes me me and what makes me tick in a sort of different set of circumstances. So I just wondered whether if people were to look back, they would consider that there was some sort of almost like a trauma trigger for returning to collecting toys at a certain age, or have you sort of always done it regardless, and that's just giving you more time to do it, or am I completely wrong, or that was just what I was sort of contemplating basically.
Okay.
You see, I would see. I mean, as much as a lot of what I do is nostalgia driven. I think nostalgia is quite.
What you're trying to say is, do people start collecting toys because they've got mental issues?
No, it's not. It's not as a mental issues. No, but
Are they a bit touched? Are they a bit tapped? Is it the tism?
Now let me finish what I was saying, Ed, please.
Or is it a fragile ego that drives them towards collecting toys?
I'm going to let that one wash over me because there's nothing wrong with mine. So the question is it like a comfort blanket thing? Is what I'm guessing at. Is it, do we find that there's stability in the past when the present is kind of all over the place? So we kind of reach back for stuff that used to make us feel secure. That may not be the case of people who are buying the more modern toys, I admit, but but for me, some of what I've been doing is definitely sort of going back and sort of just exploring stuff in more detail that I first came across when I was little. You know, and I do wonder quite, you know, myself, just for my change in circumstance, was I doing that as a way to sort of go back and look on things where, you know, life was simpler, or, you know, just because I was trying to sort of go back to my roots, I guess, a bit, you know?
I think it depends on the individual, but I mean, from a psychology standpoint, from what I've read up on, it would indicate that most people that do have a proclivity to collecting, you know, toys or things from the childhood, usually indicates that there's some particular part, issue, or whatever that they want to try and recapture, or they're just not quite ready to let go of just yet. You know, and it's trying to relive that particular moment. It's a very similar situation as to with some adults that will repeatedly go to a holiday destination in adulthood that they went to in childhood, you know, because they're so attached to the memories that they had of that place in childhood, but they never fully appreciate it or enjoy it because they can't, you know, they don't realise, or it's lost the fact that what made that place so special for them back then, it was a moment in time. In it, but, you know, so just going back to that place won't ever really recapture that. Yeah. And I suppose with collecting toys, if you try and take a step back from yourself and look at it, you know, dispassionately, I think that, and I'm going to include myself in on this as well, I think that being a collector, that's why it's never enough, because you'll always find something else to want. You know, it's a case of, oh, I've got this, I'm happy with this. Nope. There's something empty there, and you'll just want to keep filling it and filling it. You just keep going back and keep going back, you know, so there's just, you know, it will never end, you know, because, you know, you'll never have enough, because really that hole or that thing that you're trying to recapture isn't really in a thing, it's actually in you, you know. But then, you know, if you don't want to overanalyze it, people might just collect toys because they're pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting because I was having to sort of mind my pennies over the past. I've had an expensive couple of months basically, and it was quite interesting because I wondered if I was going to miss not picking things up as regularly, and I actually didn't. I didn't feel like I had to. I mean, that's a slightly different question altogether, but you know, it was kind of, I didn't feel that I was particularly missing them as such, you know. It's been nice to get another couple of bits kind of thing, but actually the break didn't actually sort of say to me, oh my god, why aren't you getting more stuff? So that was quite reassuring, I think, in a sense, you know, because it suggested I wasn't addicted to it in any way, shape or form. It was just, you know, it was just a hobby I was kind of gently pursuing in my own fashion, which was fine. So I think it's quite helpful to know that you can pause it if you need to, you know. So it was reassuring in that sense, but you know.
So I don't know how to address this one because
like your perspective is different, I think.
I think so because I never consider myself as having trauma. Recent revelations may have changed my perspective on that. I'm not going to go into it now, and that may suggest that there's something there to it, but I have sort of like collected from a very young age.
Yes.
But my focus does shift, as you will have witnessed when we've done pickups. How as I become aware of other things that I weren't aware of before, I suddenly get a sort of like a bee in my bonnet, and I must have them. And to be honest with you, in recent months, it's occurred to me that maybe I've got a touch of the tism. But I'm not going to go get myself tested because I can perfectly manage my life as it is, so I'm not worried about it. But it has occurred to me. But yeah, I don't know. I dare say there's probably something there where it possibly can help you deal with the trauma. But yeah, it's going to be a different story for every collector, like you say.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Mark's kind of like hit it on the head there. It's like people get to an age where they've just got access to funds that they didn't have access to before. I don't know how that turns on them wanting to collect toys if they didn't want to collect them in the, earlier than that in the first instance. It's not going to change that, but it makes them able to if they did want to. For Dave, he says there's no trauma trigger, but rather a method to access and assimilate childhood trauma memories. And toys are cool as fuck. Dave's suggesting that your mic is a little low, Ed. I have thought that, but sometimes it's just down to how close it is to your mouth, isn't it?
It's because I was just speaking a little bit quieter rather than just shouting down the mic. I'll try to ramp the drama up a bit for you.
Okay, I shan't. I'll try not to shout too loud myself, and then we can all be in sync. Wow, is it dissecting my 2 trips to Disney World each year? Consider yourself lucky that you can go to Disney World twice a year. Oh, sorry, dissing, not dissecting, dissing. I collected years ago, long before I was ill, says Martin. He had cancer. But he actually, foolishly, let all his collection go and had a spell of having performance cars. But in his mind, nostalgia called him back. Could it have been anything to do with the trauma of the letting go of it in the first place?
Self-fulfilling prophecy, yes.
The thing is, though, I mean, you see, it's not really a reliable term to use these days, is trauma, because, people get traumatised just by words or, people saying things that they don't particularly like, so it's like, that's not real trauma,
No, I do mean real trauma, I think.
Yeah. So it's like, I suppose you have to be, kind of, bit more defining about, what you mean, rather than, someone picking on you at school or calling you mean names is hardly the basis for, it's not like spending hundreds of thousands of pounds on toys, in middle age. But it's whatever. I'm sure it will bring people. I mean, I know people throughout the collecting community, and that's what brought them back. Various mental health issues, that have happened to them at different, stages of their life, and it's a way to reconnect or, regroup within yourself and try and, put the pieces back. And if it helps, it helps. If it don't, it don't. But I suppose it's enjoyable, the journey that you go on, trying to find out whether it does or not.
Yeah, definitely.
Dave says the Jungian. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I've never seen the word before. Perspective would... Pardon?
Jungian.
Jungian. Okay. Is it
not Jungian? Not Jungian. It's not a Junkion.
No. Is it possibly Korean? That?
Jungian.
Yeah.
No, I think it's Eastern European, I think.
Oh, is it? Okay, fair enough. Well, the Jungian perspective would emphasise the importance of play to a successfully integrated and functional psyche. He's got books about it and everything. Elfwald, hello, how are you? I've unwittingly found revisiting toys, forgotten toys, or aspects of the past can unearth emotions that he was experiencing at the time that may be unresolved and help him or her come to terms with that baggage. Okay,
interesting.
Fair enough. Another Dave. We've got 4 Daves in the chat today. Is this a record? The nostalgia element is possibly a factor, but there's a danger of reading too much into deep psychological roots. Sometimes a hobby. It's just a hobby.
Sure enough.
Oh my god, there's so many comments. Here's an interesting question for you. Do we use the phrase pickup to kind of obscure the fact that it's actually a purchase? Does it cushion us from the reality of saying, we bought a toy? I've never really thought of it before. I tend to only use it because others do. I usually do say I bought the toy because I'm not bothered about saying that I've spent money. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know if perhaps pick up it implies more of a thought-making process behind it rather than just a purchase that's unthinking and impulsive. I don't know. I don't know.
No, don't know. Jonathan says he does think that there's a collector's gene, as his daughter likes to collect stuff and his son has no interest in collecting stuff at all. That could just be that your daughter likes to collect stuff and your son doesn't. I'm not sure if it's about the genes. Martin says pickups just because he's picked the toys up, and hoping we all know that we are all collecting toys. Fair enough. Tim says Eddie really is quite quiet on the microphone. Okay.
I'm trying my best. Is it still quiet?
You are fairly quiet, to be fair.
Fairly quiet.
Fairly quiet. You're the quietest of the three of us. I dare say I'm the loudest. All the time I had fancy cars, something was missing, and that was collecting. And so it was one or the other. He doesn't have megabucks, so collecting won over. And I think it does bring him more joy than the cars do, to be honest with you. Yeah. Dave, don't say that, Ed. I want to get a nice new toy and need to justify it because Johnny Smith called him a puffer.
Yeah, but can I just say that it's not trauma when it's actually true?
Handbags at dawn.
You know, can you get trauma from truth bombs? You know,
probably, yeah. If you don't,
apparently, if you've got fragile ego, you can.
Oh, Dave! Another Dave says toys are better than cars. Martin, definitely. Jonathan, he's also got friends who collect things that they're into: whiskey, guitars, Pokemon cards, just stuff that makes them happy. But you also believe it's part of the genes. The Daves are taking over. For Daves is pushing the boundaries of the Matrix a little bit. Pickup is more something a bloke would say.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, that is a point. I mean, you know, do people try and justify a purchase by referring to it as something else rather than just coming out and saying, "I've bought a toy"? You know, saying, "Oh, I've picked this up the other day." You know, because language can, you know, we can bend it and twist it to favour our perceived opinion on things.
Someone could say to you, "Can you pick me up a bottle of wine?" It's not like, you know, that's a pickup.
I mean, I suppose because in our game there's frequently trades. Yeah, and you wouldn't really say that you've bought something if you've traded with another collector for it. If you was to bring it to a shop similar to mine anywhere in the country, and you'd handed some stuff in and picked some stuff up in its place, or you had store credit there, again, you've not bought it, you've picked it up. I mean, I know down the line you paid for it originally, but on this occasion it's not a purchase, so maybe pickups in this particular community, it's just more like an umbrella term. I don't know, maybe I'm drawing too much into it. I'm surprised that this conversation has lasted as long as it has.
Yeah.
To be honest. Right. Dave says he thinks pickup is just the accepted parlance. We each call each other Dave to avoid confusion. Lydia, never thought of that. Might wait till Saturday. Oh. Why are you going to pick up Lydia? Put the mic in the Lemmy stance, Ed.
You what, sorry?
Dave says put the mic in the Lemmy stance, but I've got to say that was loud enough. Yo, what? Sorry, then that's great.
Yeah, but that's now suitable volume for you.
That's perfect. Yeah, I don't know.
Loud now.
But it's spot on. Spot on. Chris, hello. How are you doing, sir? He says good evening.
Now you
to
can
Gareth,
hear me saying
Andy
stuff.
and
You'll
Ed.
be able to hear me say, "Go fuck yourself," won't you?
Nice to be able to catch us on, and evening to the chat too. Yeah, we haven't seen you in the chat for a couple of occasions. Hope you're well. Yes, Gav, you're right. It does that that joy was missing. Right, okay, cool. We got a laugh for something from Dave. Hellos. These days, Dave is mostly collecting dust.
Yeah.
In the States, we call it an F-150.
Called what's an F-150?
Badum-tish. I'm guessing that's a joke for Americans.
Apparently so.
These bloody Yanks. Next, they'll want the Falklands as well.
Woo, topical.
We've already had American offers. Jonathan says he'd rather people say pickup rather than, oh, I did a thing. Because that phrase just makes him want to punch people. And he meant his usual Saturday pickups. Elford says, all the Daves are called Rodney, really? And Chris says his football days changed to a Wednesdays. Ah, okay, so by the time he got back, we'd finished. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. So I was fucking football.
Well, football's done now. I think it's finished. So, yeah. You can go to Live Nation for 4 years now, it's fine.
What time are we on? We got. If we're going to finish at 10 like we normally do, I know we're half an hour late starting, but if we're going to finish at 10 like we normally do, we've got 35 minutes. Do you want to move on to pickups?
Yeah, can do. Won't take me long, but yeah.
It was a bad pun. Pickup as in a pickup truck. Ah, pickup truck. Like 150. Okay.
Got you. Okay, we're on the same page now.
Okay. Martin says he could say that's what he's bagged today. You better bring your own bag then, because I'm not going to give you a bag in future.
Shocking. Fine.
Andy, what you got for us?
Oh, I've got some very, very boring things, but anyway. So I've somehow decided that I am in fact going to get all of these
Purchases, you mean?
purchases.
Today purchases.
I have purchased a Babylon 5 action figure, but these are ones that are variants of what I would view as the standard ones. So on the back of the packet, you always get a listing of the ones that are, I guess, what they consider to be the default ones. And this is basically a Viacoto with a slightly different jacket on than the other one, which you normally see, which is a blue jacket. So I haven't squinted at the ships muchly yet to see if the ships are any different, but basically I'm just doing it for the sake of completion and nothing else really. But they are a little bit hard to track down, some of these variants. And similarly, I have Linnea, who is sporting a slightly nattier robe than he normally does in his normal iteration.
I love that ship.
Yeah. The Charlene.
Yeah, the angelfish.
Yeah, it's a nice ship.
Yeah.
It's a kick-ass ship as well.
Yeah.
Great big, tall, bloody huge, enormous ship. But yeah, very cool ship. And also one of the better, again, I mean, you know, that's the largest model that was released at that time. Micro Machines do not get anywhere near that. No stand with it, it's just as it is. But yeah, it's a nice ship. It's a nice ship. Now,
has Andy seen the vintage Popinica Starfleet die-cast X-Bomber on Vinted?
which one? Is that the pure red one? I think someone might have sent me a link to that already. I have a slightly smaller whitish one, but I'm sure it's very nice, and I'm sure it's several £100 that I don't have at the moment. So I may have, but no, thank you, right now.
Yes, he says.
Yes, yeah, and also X-Bomber is in no way completely red ever.
Red one.
Yeah, no, just no. I like them to look vaguely similar to the TV series if I'm going to go that old, you know.
See, that's one of the things I like about the Poppy stuff, is that it doesn't look like what you see on TV.
I know. No, it's just for me, for that in particular, it's just an attempt to make it blend in with Di-X, which is utterly pointless because it's basically grey or possibly brown, depending on your point of view in the series. So it's not, it's nowhere near that. If I was to get one like that, if I was going for accuracy, I'd actually get one of the rather nice 3D printed ones that now exist. They're very, very good. I also picked up this.
Oh, right, okay. You mean you purchased that?
Yes, sir, I purchased it, sir. I did not trade for it. I did not trade for it. This is a hatchet
Currently 285, so out of his budget too.
Yeah. But what I think is, I mean, the reason I got this was sort of unbeknownst to me, because I've got Titan books, very sort of early collected editions of Transformers, but they miss a lot of the early UK comics.
Right.
And I particularly wanted to be reminded of a particular. As it turns out, there's actually got 2 stories from the UK comic, one of which doesn't appear just because they didn't collect it. One of which apparently they were barred from reproducing by Simon Furman because he didn't like it, but both are reproduced in here.
Okay.
So I wanted this because I'm doing a video which I've been threatening myself to do for a while on Transformers, and this captures the early days very, very nicely. So I've just been sort of I was hoping they were going to give me an offer on it, and they never did. So I just picked it up in the end, basically. But it's nice. It's a nice production. The only thing is, it's not really normal UK Transformers comic size. It's bigger than a US comic, but not as big as a UK comic.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
Somewhere in between, aren't there?
Yeah, it's somewhere in between. But it's fine. I mean, I think there's actually a storyline in here I've never actually properly sat and read, because it was just before I started getting the Transformers comics in earnest, and maybe it never got collected again. It's the one where they find a really ancient Autobot, or an Autobot that arrived on Earth looking for them. I can't remember what the name was. Do you remember the name of it, Ed?
Sorry, Andy. What was that? I phased out again. What was that?
So do you remember that storyline, very, very early Transformers comics, where they find a sort of like a Knights of Pendragon related ancient Cybertronian who sort of he went after them in his own ship rather than being in the Ark, and they find him because the signal comes from England, so they travel to England.
Oh, it's the story. It's a storyline called Man of Iron.
Yes. Something. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the panes or boxes in the comic has the Autobots carrying Optimus Prime in robot mode down the M1 on the vehicles' backs.
Oh, brilliant! I've got that. Yeah. Let's have a look.
Yeah. It's called Man of Iron. There's some real. It's I want to say it's Kev Hopgood artwork, but it's the chap that did Battle Action Force.
Yeah, I think that was the first UK comic.
What was that? Sorry.
Was that the first UK comic for Transformers? That one. I seem to remember.
No. The first one was a reprint of the 4-issue.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
US Marvel, but I think
UK comic. Yeah.
Man of Iron. It was one of the very early ones. There was also, I believe, that story also got continued in the 85 annual, I think.
Oh, okay, interesting.
It's I'm just trying to recall now. I know Mirage is in it and Jazz is in it. I think there's a pane where there's a young boy that befriends Jazz.
Yes, I just saw that image actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not a bad story, but the reason I like the artwork in that story is because it's heavily influenced by the toys.
Yes.
Which the early UK stories did.
Yeah.
There's one where
Bumblebee's head has always got his sort of flat piece behind it. Like,
yeah.
All the depictions. It's quite funny.
Yeah. Then there's the story about which I think is a few issues later, which is the one with Windcharger and Ravage.
Yeah, and that's actually
in the Ark.
That's one of the main reasons I got that one. That was one of my very early comic memories.
Right.
Is of those two actually working together in the Transformers comic to fight Auntie.
Okay.
It's really, really cool. And that's definitely one of my formative childhood memories of the Transformers is that comic book. So that's why I was quite keen to. But it took me quite a bit of research to figure out where I could actually get that reproduced in physical form, because for some reason it just doesn't seem to get reproduced very often. He's getting his tome out.
Any more purchases, Andy?
No, that's it. I've got some purchases on the way, but they have not yet arrived.
Okay, so I'll just catch up with the chats. We've got Billy Latimer. I don't believe I've seen you in the chat before. Hello there and welcome to the stream.
Yes.
He says his latest edition is a Basham Boglin Skywish projectile. Very cool. Hope that's helping to complete your collection. Now let's see how I can get away with this one. Dave's saying he hasn't bought any or purchased. He hasn't bought any purchases since the last one. He's taking a bit of a break. Another Dave employs a personal shopper because he's actually Jacob Rees-Mogg's illegitimate Baxter Sprog. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Dave says, "Oh, my long lost brother." Imagine calling us both Dave. That's what causes the bloody hold up. Okay.
Optimus Prime on the M1.
Steve, hello there. How you doing, matey? Are you well?
Yep, Steve.
He says hello to me. He says hello to you too, and he says hello to every bugger else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm caught up.
Sorry, Andy. Yeah, that's the Man of Iron issue.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, as you say, I do love the fact that they really tried to stick to the actual toy look for as long as they could.
There you go. That one, and then that's the Ravage and Wind Charger.
Yeah.
In the Ark, and then you've got such nice toy adverts on the back.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, there you go.
While you are on the big screen, Ed, do you have any purchases you wish to share?
Pickups.
No.
Yeah, did I?
Pardon?
You actually didn't you?
Sorry, I didn't.
I said not pickups. No.
No, my recent purchases. Yeah, well, there's the two May the 4th Star Wars special figures with their rather nutty T-shirts.
I see you now have card holders for your target training purposes now as well.
Yes, they are simply Perspex menu holders.
Hey.
The simplest solutions are usually the best.
They certainly are. It works.
So there's those. There's Delta Magnus, the missing link, but he's still over on the. Is he? Oh no, he's on the floor. He's on the floor.
Hopefully,
exactly where a Delta Magnus belongs. So Steve has a purchase, but it's a secret. Ask Phil. We can't. He's not here.
There we go. That's the inner cab.
Oh, sexy.
He's got
And
black.
then
Okay.
that's the armour.
Nice.
Sweet. So he is, as I recall, he was based. Is he off Diaclone original colours?
Yeah, it's the well, it's a close approximation. It's not identical to the colours, but it's it's the powered convoy from Diaclone, because Prime was based on Battle Convoy, and that was powered convoy. It also comes with the little red buggy that powered convoy in Diaclone had, and so yeah, it's very nice. I have recorded a review of it, but I've just not edited it as yet. I can't speak. So that'll probably go up if I next week. I can't be bothered doing it for this week. I've already had one video this week go mental. I don't want another one to go mental. Oh, who am I lying to? So, and then the other pickups is
Mark says he was rooting through a box and found a blue Leader 1. Didn't realise that variant existed. Of course, it's not worth anything, but interesting to see nonetheless.
some Crimson Moon figures.
Uh-huh.
Couple of more
Shiny.
Troopers and another Noir Guard.
I'm not sure what I think of that one.
Pardon?
I'm not sure what I think of that one, to be honest.
Well, again, that's the same. I've recorded a review for that and the Exterminator, but I've not edited that one yet either. But yeah, the Noir one, I do like it because it's when you get. Now I've got two. I can put one either side of the Black Major.
Ah, right, okay.
And they look really nice next to the Black Major.
Okay.
Excuse me. So yeah, that's. I think is that it. Yeah, that's it. I think. If there's all else, I can't think at the moment. But yeah, that was. That's it.
Chris does like those Crimson Moon figures. Blood for the Baron. Blood for the Baron. He's not sure about the real heads on the Crimson Moon figures, though. Okay.
Oh, the wolf heads, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Apart from Jonathan's huge action figure, he's talking about his life-size Spider-Man. He also got a Viewmaster with a He-Man cartridge. He-Man.
What's that?
Bothered, Steve.
So I put that back up again. Let me read it. I've got my reading glasses on.
It was actually me that nominated him. He never said he wanted to be.
Yeah, I'd just restrict it to myself, Steve. It would. I think the group would flow much better without my drama and hissy fits. But then you'd lose half the content if I did. Apparently.
There we go.
So there you go.
Dave says Transformers passed him by, he's afraid. As a Micronauts fan, maybe if they'd kept the small Diaclone figures, he might have taken an interest.
Yeah.
That's actually a good shout, really.
Interesting. Well, you do get the small Dionauts with the missing link Transformers.
I think he means the original Transformers line of toys.
Oh, sorry, yeah, the original Transformers line. Yeah, I think that basically boiled down to the same reason why they took the spring firing mechanisms out of the weapons, because they didn't want a choking hazard for the children. You know, after what happened with the Battlestar Galactica missiles.
Yeah, which totally understandable. I mean, one retard chokes to death, and everyone else has to suffer for it.
Well, it's funny actually because it's not like it. I mean, I haven't seriously looked into this point, but at a glance and a cursory skimming, I've not been able to find any instances of Japanese children choking to death on these toys.
But in all seriousness now, surely a headmaster figure is more likely to cause a choking hazard than a teeny tiny Diaclone figure. You just swallow the bleed Diaclone figure, they're tiny.
Yeah, but a skinny tiny Diaclone figure can be shoved up your nose, whereas a headmaster wouldn't get there.
You got two.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the Dionauts are only 1 inch in height, so they are small.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, I think it would be.
You're in then.
Oh, good God, no! Don't be doing that. Bad idea. At that size, I can't. It would be difficult to see it being a choking hazard. You know, because they'd probably just end up being swallowed. But then again, people choke on bits of food that are probably smaller in size. So, you know, it's...
Yeah.
Fair point, well made, Gareth. Where's my rocket firing Boba Fett? Gareth, you can't say that. I'm pissing myself.
No, it's... Where's my goddamn electric car, Bruce?
I think we're having all the Cosmic Council up there. He's a winner. Fair enough. Yeah, no.
It's a matter of interest, Ed. Do you know with the headmasters, the target masters, was that something that Diaclone ever did themselves, or was that
no? They were a wholly new concept by Hasbro.
Okay.
There was no links to. Well, I'm saying no links. I mean, maybe Hasbro was inspired by the Dionauts as drivers.
Yeah.
Because the headmasters can drive, sit in the cockpits and such for the vehicle modes. But I don't think. No, there was no. I think the last Transformers really that were ported from Diaclone, I think you saw in '86 really, which would have been Magnus and some of the a selection of the minibots, and then past that, '87. What were the minibots in '87? I don't think there was any, was there? No, there wasn't. No, 86 was 86 was the final year. So so come '87.
Micromasters by then, wouldn't they?
Maybe 87, 88 maybe.
Dave's saying, didn't the original Optimus Prime come with a fold-out interior designed to be a playset for a figure? Yes, it did. The trailer.
The trailer folds out, and it
does have firing missiles, but the springs on them were far weaker than the Japanese ones.
Yeah. It folds out into a repair bay, and then Power Master Optimus Prime folded out into like it had a base mode.
If you could fire a rocket straight down someone's windpipe first try, you deserve a prize mail away figure. Well, they got it down their own. I don't know about someone else's.
No.
There's some old woman out there watching this stream right now. That's my son that they're talking about. It's just called my son a retard. In Japan, choking on toys is an unforgivable act of stupidity leading to loss of honour, and so is shooting people with missiles. And so they'd have to fall on their swords, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably better if they choke. It's less messy. Oh, my pickups.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done pickups. Sorry, purchases. What have I purchased? All right. See, actually, pickups is that more accurate for what I've got, but purchases, we'll go there. We all settled in. I was sitting tightly, everyone. Yeah. I got a Lamborghini Miura P400 in gold. This is a Kyosho 1/64 scale one. I got a Lamborghini Miura P400 SV in lime green. This is a Kyosho 1/64 scale one.
Let me guess. Is it Murado? Any colour?
Lamborghini Jota.
Oh.
SVR in black.
It looks very similar to Murado.
This is a Kyosho 1/64 scale one. I got a Lamborghini Jota SVR in red. This is a Kyosho 1/64 scale one. I may have got a Lamborghini Jota in midnight blue.
Can someone please cut him off?
This one is a Kyosho 1/64 scale one.
Too many cars.
Do you remember a couple of councils back I got a Lamborghini Miura in matte black? That was quite nice, yeah? To go with it, I got the Jota. Or Jota. Yeah. That'll go very nice with its twin. That's Kyosho as well. It's 143 scale, 143rd. Also Kyosho, also 143rd scale from their museum collection. I have a Lamborghini Jota.
I'm going to be in this, right?
In red. And for whatever reason, this one comes in a very protective case. Yeah? I've not seen that before for these. And I'm out of Lamborghini Jotas and Miuras, everyone. But I'm not out of diecast. I'm not out of diecast because I have got a Hot Wheels Batman 1989 movie Batmobile. It's not one of the 1/64 scales. This is one of their larger models. It has come in damaged packaging. I knew that before I bought it, before I purchased it. and I plan on opening it at some point, and I'm going to put it beside the original Ertl one and do a little comparison. Possibly a video? What do you think? That sounds like an Andy thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
nice,
I will
that
do that.
it's nice that they've given it a lick of paint.
Yeah, it's glossy, isn't it?
No, I mean, so, you know, like the silver highlighting.
Oh, right, yes, okay.
The wheels do look a bit too silvery shiny, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
nice that it's had a bit of extra paint work done it. Has it got rubber tyres, that one?
It should have. Yes, it has. It's got rubber tyres. Or I should say, really, wait for the video. If I do
Die-cast
one.
and rubber. There's something
I-
familiar about that.
I believe this is die-cast, and this is why I should have stick to pickups, because I didn't buy this. Thank you very much, Dave. That's Krusty Con Dave, for the wonderful gift that you gave me. You sent me. Dalek keyring. I do believe it is die-cast. It says it actually on the top there, doesn't it? Die-cast metal keyring. So thank you very much. How the hell you managed to find a Dalek that I did not already have is beyond me. Well done.
Because you don't collect key rings, probably.
No, I've got a Dalek keyring. But I've got one here somewhere buried. And then I've got 2 figures as well. I have, and some of you have already seen the picture of this, the Star Wars SH Figure Arts Stormtrooper from the, I think it's an original trilogy one. In fact, yeah, 2015 this was released, so...
Have you had it out yet to compare it against the Black Series?
No, there was no Rogue One yet. No, just before this stream, I actually gave it a close look, and sort of like, you know, the top edges, like around the belt and the edges of the armour. I don't know if you can see, but there's like yellow to it. And in hand, when you look at it, it's dust that's settled, and the fact that it's yellow tells me it comes from a smoker's house. I could be wrong. So I need to give this a clean to see if it's going to come up nice. Yeah.
Does it look ever so? I mean, you can't really tell over the video here, but does it? The helmet looks like it might be ever so slightly stylized, or is it?
Do you think?
Or is it just the because it's maybe the image is being warped through the plastic of the box?
Well, that's the image on the back of the box. Does that clear it up for you?
It may be because I'm just used to black. It just looks a bit wide on the, you know, the fairings at the side.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. It looks like he's got like a breathing rig on or something. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah.
Like I say, it might be just because I'm so used to the Black Series 2.0 one. Maybe it's just slightly that their version is just slightly slimmer of helmet.
This is a 2015. They have done a newer version since.
Ah, right, okay.
So
It's still, I mean, don't worry, it still looks great.
It looks good to me. It looks good to me. But I got that after I'd ordered this one, and to be honest with you, I probably won't keep the Stormtrooper. I might do a little video with it, and then I'll probably get rid of it. I wanted this one, and I want another one to go with it, and you'll know exactly what I mean as soon as I hold it up to you. And I think I just got the Stormtrooper in case I decide to get the rest of the crew. I don't want the rest of the crew. I literally just want the 2 droids. Because they're vac metalized.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I've got a bee in my bonnet at the fact that Hasbro won't do the Black Series vac metalized. And I think I just want to be able to say, I've got a 6-inch vac metalized one. It's stupid. I know it's stupid, but yeah. So when I get an R2, there'll be a video of the pair of them getting opened up. And I believe that is all of my purchases and gifts. And if I've forgotten anything, I apologise. I think that's it. Go back to this. What are people saying? I've got a lot to catch up on, haven't I? Alright, okay, Martin's brother got a little red police siren stuck up his nose and he ended up in A&E. Dave, bet the coppers were livid with that. It was from a die-cast car. Do you know anything? Martin loves it in black. I know he's talking about the car, but you can run away with that however you want, you know. Here we go, diecast half hour. Yeah, definitely. Dave's excited for the Lambos. Dave's excited. We now have 4 more new admins on probation. Or do we now? Okay, fair enough. Martin was sitting comfortably. Steve loves Lambos. Dave built a new office chair today. So not really. He's not sitting comfortable. That's right. Okay, he's not sitting comfortable. Looks like he turned in for diecast half hour. Dave, another Dave, I know there's so many. He got a Shogun Raideen, and those shooting fists are bloody lethal. You could break a window with them. Yeah, no, I've got the Godzilla, and well, the one that's beside us there, next to behind Boba Fett there, down the side of the screen. And yeah, it's a well hard twang that goes off, and that's the Mattel version. Although this is before some tard choked on a missile. I'd like to see him choke on a fist. Something's awesome. Bertman? Headlight should be yellow. Oh, on the Batmobile.
I think they're actually supposed to, they're orange in the movie.
Yeah.
My Earth ones are yellow.
It's Hot Wheels, they can do what they want. It's an early European import with the original powerful Japanese springs in his Raideen. Exterminate. And yeah, thank you very much, Dave. He's telling me I'm welcome. Dave has also got something for you, Ed. I'll let you know, and when I visit you, I will bring it all up for you as well.
What's that, sorry?
This is the same Dave that sent the Xbox stuff through for you, the Infinity stuff.
Oh yes, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. We need to discuss that.
Bless.
We need to discuss that.
Something's very nice. Reanimator Dave, how do you get rid of yellowing? He's got a vintage white tie that's pretty discoloured now. You can try the peroxide bleaching, but it'll come back. It'll come back. This one, it's more with these, it's more the dust that's settled on top of the edges. And it's the dust that's yellowed, because the actual figure's not yellowed at all, so it's the muck that's on it that's yellowed. So I'm hoping that when I get to it with a toothbrush and some soapy water, it'll be fine. Richard, hello, you're late, sir. You're late. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. And that's how C-3PO should look, definitely. Retro bright, yeah. Hydrogen peroxide, bathe it, leave it in the sun for a bit, but it can make the plastic brittle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the yellowing returns with a vengeance.
Will return after a while, yeah. There are videos, definitely. Certain collectors will frown upon. Yeah, it's a funny one. Star Wars collectors frown upon it because everything has to be left in as original condition as possible. Any other toy collectors don't give a shit.
Yeah, I think Dave should probably go to one of the Star Wars collectors groups and ask them for advice on how to yellow their Star Wars figures.
Dave is a member of Echo Base.
Is he?
Yeah, don't ask them.
I think he should. I think he should throw that grenade in there and just sit back and see what happens.
Another Dave has heard that peroxide fades after time. It does. Orange
Or perhaps
burnt tangerine.
Yeah, perhaps Dave should join the 5-0 first, ask them what the joining criteria is, and then just point out he doesn't ever recall seeing a 25-stone biker scout in Return of the Jedi.
Oh, they're not the 5-0 first. You're
not.
referring to the 5-0 first there. Echo Base are different.
No, I'm saying he should join the 5-0. He should join the 5-0 first and ask.
I wonder why we're laying there. That's how warm it's been. My little 3D printed skeleton. The blue tack, it's dropped off the shelf up here. Obviously, it got so warm, the blue tack softened, doesn't it?
I had a mirror come off the wall because like the other day I thought, what's that clattering? And it's like, and that's how warm it was. Yeah, melted the glue on the sticker holding it up. Crazy.
Oh, that's better. Stay put. Steve's got 2 chats to watch. Our chat is being away, loving it. Oh, I'm not paying attention to that. I'll go to that after the stream, which won't be long now.
Up to 15 posts.
We're approaching 10 o'clock. I don't know if you want to do a 2-hour stream, gentlemen, which would take us to 10:30, or if you want to cut off at 10, which is our normal end time. Entirely up to you. I know we're out of topics now.
We are, but my fan is still going, so I'm all right for the time being.
Okay. Batman fell off the shelf last night. Must be too warm on your shelf. Yep.
Where are you going?
So
I've decided that my I got some stands off Etsy, which are sort of hexagonal in nature, which you could put characters' feet into or a foot into. Now they're all right for my smaller figures, but what I've discovered, of course, is that Batmen have capes, and it doesn't. Unfortunately, they haven't really worked out so well. So I think I'm going to have to rethink my bat display.
yeah.
The bigger ones are they're too crammed in. I've decided. I think that might be why people were so
No,
Steve. No, Steve.
You've not heard anything Airwolf yet. We'll go on YouTube later afterwards and put the theme on.
Now you have. There you go.
Andy, you share a Star Trek Airwolf thing the other day.
I thought it was quite entertaining because he'd put some of the sort of the character introductions in a very sort of 80s action style. So it would be like sort of Worf throwing someone over his shoulder or something. And I thought that's very good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I watched it for a little bit, but I had to turn it off because it wasn't Star Trek.
It was
Falling Down in a minute. Have you seen it, Gareth? Michael Douglas. Yes, I have. I relate very much to that man in that film.
Oh, yeah, too right.
The guy goes into McDonald's or something in a very peaceful.
Yes.
Yeah, that film's quite scary. It's like they've got a window into my soul here.
Yeah. You know what? I think every man relates to that character.
I think it's probably a good job it isn't a physical group that we're in, isn't it, really? A chat group. I was, on the Airwolf thing, I was reading quite an interesting article the other day about, well, it's more of a blog, really, than an article. Someone was comparing Blue Thunder with Airwolf. And it made for an interesting read. I'll get to the gist. The basics of it was that if you compare them based on the TV show, then quite obviously Airwolf would be the winner. But if you were to base them both on actual real-world helicopters, then Blue Thunder would wipe the floor with Airwolf. Basically because they were both... Blue Thunder was built and designed and built as a military helicopter, whereas Airwolf is based off a civilian passenger helicopter. So in real-world context...
Wouldn't it depend on whichever helicopter was facing the other one first? Because they'd get off the first shot.
Well, so but yeah, because I mean, it went into quite good detail actually. You know, giving like the engine specifications, the weights, the speeds, things like that, climb rates and stuff. So it was it was quite an interesting read.
Everyone knows that the best helicopter was in Magnum PI.
Yeah, the Bell.
The Bell, yeah. It's very cool.
Gareth, you relate to a lone urban nutter gunman? I relate to his thought processes and the way he reacts in that film. Yes.
I don't think he's a nutter, he's just a guy that's just had enough of people's bullshit. It's just like, you know.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of that going about today.
Mutual friend of ours, Gene, has said that whenever he watches that film, he sees me. Make of that what you will. Richard's going to Leeds and Manchester this weekend, and he's never seen Capricorn 1, which Martin was just talking about.
Good film. Good film.
I've never seen it. I'd still always go for Airwolf because it's awesome, says Martin. Have you not seen him in McDonald's? Yeah.
I think, you know something, I'm just thinking on that now, what you've said that Gene said, and I think I can kind of understand where he's coming from. Maybe I'm going to say a sandwich with a particular ingredient in it. I think that's probably what's made him say that.
Probably. I've grown since then.
Pardon?
I've grown as a person since then.
Mm.
Yeah. And it wasn't McDonald's.
No, it
Desert
wasn't.
Strike was a good game. We've changed topics now. Capricorn 1 1977 film was very interesting and controversial at the time.
It's a. I'm pretty sure it's based off a Michael Crichton book.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Mm.
Could be wrong, but I think it is. I think it's a Michael Crichton book.
Feels like
Dave doesn't go to McDonald's for that very reason. Steve says, very busy at the minute. Father-in-law just had open heart surgery yesterday. Been visiting today. He's doing well. But I had to go to visit whilst we were chatting this morning. And he will be away. And we'll be away with it. Okay.
That's a fascinating operation.
I hope everything goes well. I hope everything did go well. And I hope he recovers. I'm struggling to fathom out how that fits into tonight's topics, but you know, all the best to him, all the best to him and yourself. Iron Maiden did a tune about falling down called "Man on the Edge." It was during the Blaze Bailey years, so most folks don't know it.
No,
Fair enough.
I jumped off at "No Prayer for the Dying,"
Which I've recently just picked up.
which you've recently just picked up. Yeah.
Sorry, purchased. I could have shared that with you all, actually.
Oh, to be fair, you did pick it up because you had to pick it up to be able to take it to the till.
I did, yes, indeed. Dave also hope he recovers speedily, gets well, yep. Airwolf would kick Blue Thunder's ass, but he'd cry either way as he loves them both, says Steve. Hope he gets well soon, Stephen. Vaguely remember Man on the Edge was soon after that Dark Time Eddie in a tree cover. Fear of the Dark?
Yeah, Fear of the Dark.
Forgot the title, yeah. I think it's
I'm pretty sure Fear of the Dark came out after No Prayer for the Dying. I'm pretty sure that was the next
I like
album.
Fear of the Dark.
Pardon?
I like Fear of the Dark.
I mean, I could be wrong, because like I say, that's when I jumped off. It was the...
Yes, it went very well. Excellent. Richard, it was on X Factor. Okay.
Right, so that's well after Fear of the Dark.
Yep. Cheers. Also, recently watched Christopher Walken in a brilliant film, The Prophecy. Which I believe you got the trilogy, didn't you? I think. Yeah. Oh, so is that everything, gentlemen? Or do we have anything else to bring to the conversation?
He's going to Donny.
Of course, Doncaster Toy Fair this Sunday. Who's going? I'll be there. I've still to start packing. I've been so busy with a move around and switching stuff about in the shop this week. I've not had time to start. I will be packing tomorrow. In fact, it's probably just as well Tim can't make it tomorrow because he's working, because I won't have to stand around chatting. I can get on with packing. No Prayer for the Dying was great. Had Bring Your Daughter and Tail Gunner on it.
I mean, there were...
Fear was 92.
It's not a bad album, it's just that I personally felt that when Adrian Smith left and they brought in Yannick Gers, the sound went really heavy and kind of like, you know, mechanical sounding. I mean, Steve Harris himself did actually say that he wanted to try something with No Prayer for the Dying, and then afterwards he wanted to disown the album because he hates it.
Oh, right, okay.
It doesn't like No Prayer for the Dying, but it does have. I mean, Tail Gunner's okay, but I mean the two singles released off it, Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter and Holy Smoke, are both great songs. And Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter was Iron Maiden's first number one and only number one.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was number one over Christmas.
Really? Okay. I mean, as much as I love Iron Maiden, they're not the kind of band that you would expect to get number ones anyway, are they?
I mean, they came pretty close back in '83 with Run to the Hills. That did quite well by the time. We just didn't quite get there, and it's come close again on I think it was released probably about maybe 10, 15 years ago. Who did a re-release, and it didn't do too bad. But yeah, no, they're not. The popular chart tends to not kind of, they can quite dismissive of metal bands.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I do enjoy watching quite a lot on YouTube are videos, reaction videos from people that have never experienced that kind of music before.
Yeah.
And because they know it's metal and they've seen the covers, they just assume that it's devil worshipping music. And then they listen to the lyrics and they're just like, they're blown away by it. You know, they realise just how good it is. But it does show how the way they present themselves as a band will put people off.
Yeah.
Prejudge.
It's an image. It's theatrics. That's all it is. I mean, like I say, I still consider myself a Maiden fan, but I used to be more of a Maiden fan than what I am now. I was a huge Maiden fan back, in my early teens. The first album I got was in '82, and it was Killers. But back then it was Paul Di'Anno who was the lead singer, and the drummer was Clive Burr. And so they've always been there, and I've also enjoyed them, and I've seen quite a lot of interviews with the band, and they're just normal blokes. Like I say, it's theatrics. I mean, anyone who's not listened to Maiden, I think the two songs I'd recommend to listen to is probably going to be Wasted Years from Somewhere in Time, and I'd definitely say Rime of the Ancient Mariner, but from Live After Death, from the live version.
The live version, okay.
The live version is absolutely immense. It's an immense song. But yeah, I mean, they're a good listen. They're not massively heavy, but they're
not. I don't think they're heavy at all.
No, they're like a, I wouldn't say they're heavy metal. They're more of a heavy rock, I think. They're heavier than Bon Jovi.
Yeah. I'd say the heavy rock leaning into metal.
Yeah. But the songs that they do, if you actually sit and listen to the lyrics, there's some really good lyrics in those songs.
It's funny because you look back and people complained when I say recent, it's probably about 5-6 years old now. Senjutsu came out, and because there's references in there which relate to Trump.
Right.
They're complaining about them being. They shouldn't be political. They shouldn't be going down route of politics and everything. It's like, have you never listened to Maiden? There's always been an element there, hasn't there?
I mean, they do reference history a lot in the songs.
They do.
But if they're going to speak politically, then back in 1980, when the debut album Iron Maiden came out, they did a song called "Women in Uniform." That was like one of the first singles, and the artwork for that on the single was Margaret Thatcher dressed in combat fatigues and a beret, holding a machine gun, kind of like hiding round a corner, waiting to ambush Eddie, who was walking with two women. And then there was another single cover, and it was Eddie stood over the expired body of said Mrs. Thatcher, holding a knife in his hand. It was either a knife or a like a hatchet or a machete kind of thing. So they've always had a political, tilt to them. But a lot of bands around that time did. I mean, you just look at bands like The Jam and Style Council. They were massively political. So it's always been there.
I think you'll find most sort of like big rockers like that, most of their music is about talking against whatever the current administration is.
I think what it is, though, I think for back then it was more subtle and it was more kind of like satirical, whereas nowadays it's more like telling you what to think.
I still think that the track that they were complaining about on Senjutsu, it was still very similar to their old stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think it was quite like what they.
Right. I mean, I can't comment because I've not seen or heard that one. So
Okay.
no.
There you go. It's still a pretty good one.
Well, to be fair, some of what did it for me as well was that the binned Derek Riggs as the artist.
Yeah, yeah.
So No Prayer for the Dying was his last album, and then what they did was they then farmed it out to unknowns. So each album and single was drawn by a different artist who got paid a flat rate, and that was it. So they don't get no royalties or anything like that, like what Derek Riggs used to do. So, which is a shame because I mean, he created Eddie, really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, his artwork is by far the better of any of the albums.
Yes.
There was a time when they were using, I think it was without Dickinson, and they were using like early CG type album covers,
right?
Computer stuff.
Oh yes, yeah. They did CGI ones. Yeah, I think
awful.
That might have been X Factor, like that one. I think that might have been the one. It could have been round about that time. But I mean, you look at album covers like Power Slave and Somewhere in Time, and you can sit and look at that album cover for over an hour and still notice things that are just hidden in the background. And like on Somewhere in Time, it's heavily influenced by Blade Runner. You've got a spinner flying across the sky. You've got Icarus from the Flight of Icarus on Power Slave flying across the sky. You've got the pyramid in the background. There's all these massive references that link back to previous albums and pop culture as well. There's even a TARDIS on the Somewhere in Time cover.
The X Factor's the one that I'm thinking is probably the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful, is that?
Is that the one where it's kind of like it looks like his head, is it, and kind of like looks like it's made out of different coloured objects or something? Is it that?
No,
one?
it's like some kind of metal contraption that's got.
Oh, yeah, and it's squeezing his head.
That may or may not be Eddie. It doesn't look like Eddie.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't like that at all. There's no colour to it either. Very bland.
But they've just signed a deal. I was reading this yesterday. They've just signed a deal with. I forgot the name of the company. It's the company that signed with ABBA and helped create and do the ABBA Voyage experience down in London.
Right. Okay.
And I made and signed a deal with them to produce digital content for them. And one of the theories is that we could be getting some kind of maybe Eddie cartoon or serialization or something like that, which could be interesting depending on which era they decide to base it on. Yeah.
Or they might even create a new version.
Yeah. I mean, there is I think it's for... I can't remember which platform it came out, but there was a game that came out. I think it's called Ed Hunter, and you play as Eddie based on how he appears on the Stranger in a Strange Land single cover. Where he's got the hat and the long coat, a bit like what Clint Eastwood wears as in The Man with in High Plains Drifter. And he's, I think, in the game he's some kind of bounty hunter.
Dave's saying they do some really cool Eddie figures, bringing it back to toys.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, was it NECA that did them?
NECA did do some. There was someone else who did some more like statuesque type of figures. And
because then wasn't there a company that was going to do some really nice looking ones, but then they went bust or something, or it fell through?
Incendium were going to release some called Fig Biz, which are inspired by Toy Biz figures. And they didn't go bust. They do still exist, and they're actually reissuing some of their other figures that they released before, the Highlander figures and whatnot. But I believe at last minute, Iron Maiden decided not to give approval to the figures.
Right.
It was the same company that did all the statues.
Right.
And they did quite well with them. But then at last minute, Maiden were like, no, actually, we don't want action figures released that look like they're toys. and they do look like they're toys, to be fair. But they look good.
Right.
They look very good. They look cartoony. So maybe it's because they knew they had some cartoon thing in the works.
I mean, I think, I mean, for me personally, I think really the best company that could do justice to a proper Eddie figure would be the Somewhere in Time Eddie, and it'd be Hot Toys. Hot Toys would do a really good Eddie.
Ooh. Be still my beating heart.
You know, that would almost definitely be my first and only Hot Toys purchase. Would that if they did that?
To be fair, Dave's reminded me of a range that NECA do, which are they're more like 8 inches tall, and they're inspired by the old Mego figures. So they come with fabric clothes, but they're a bit more tailored.
Oh yes, they did. Yeah, they did a Trooper, didn't they?
Trooper. They do Power Slave. They do
Aces High, the Spitfire one.
And I'm sure there's another one that they've done as well. But yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good at those.
It's probably good. It wouldn't surprise me if it was something like Number of the Beast.
Could be.
You know, or it could even be Peace of Mind. Was it in a straight jacket?
There are some Super 7 ones, but it's the reaction figures that they did. So 3 3/4 inches, 5 points of articulation. And yes, there's Funko Pops. Not just a box set, you can get them separately. Martin was trying to work out what Asia was an acronym of. Super 7 did Bloody Napalm Death figure too, actually. And he bought the King Diamond. I've got a King Diamond figure in the shop, actually. Super 7 Ultimates figure. There we are. Got it all. Got it all. I weren't expecting a discussion about Iron Maiden tonight. That was good. I like that.
Well, it's that kind of thing that, you know, it's beyond the toys, isn't it?
It is.
Things that, you know, people are interested in beyond that. But like I say, it brought it back on topic because you've got a line of Eddie figures.
Well, it's a very merchandisable character, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'll be honest with you,
artwork.
I'm surprised that they've not hit it harder than what they have.
Yeah,
I mean, they've gone all in with the with the Iron Maiden beer.
I've got one of those metal cans with the glass and the bottle.
Yeah. But I suppose that plays into that stereotype of them being like, you know, lads down the pub having a drink and, you know, up the hammers and stuff. And but yeah, I mean, because I mean, there's probably not many. I can't really think of many bands that have such a recognisable mascot that you could merchandise in that respect. Other than, I mean, I know it has been done, but like Daft Punk are fantastic for merchandising. You know, knocking figures out, you know, of them too. But that's actually them. That's the band members themselves, rather than it being a mascot.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anyone else who's got a mascot remotely like that they could, merchandise.
Yeah, but you're not a rock band.
Yet.
You're just one of us. You're a sad middle-aged man who collects toys.
I couldn't resist that. Sorry. Wham! They are meant to be spelt in all caps too.
And the exclamation mark. The exclamation mark is important.
Pink Floyd.
What would it be? A toy triangular prism?
I know. I was thinking that there's nothing there mascot-wise.
Or you could have
Boys figures.
Walking hammers.
Do we need Pet Shop Boys figures? I'd probably be interested in that. I like a bit of Pet Shop Boys, but I'd probably want Daft Punk first, and they've done Daft Punk ones. Megadeth, yeah, they've done Megadeth.
I mean, I'm sure as well. There's been figures of Kiss as well.
Oh, lots and lots and lots.
Yeah.
Crimson Ghost of the Misfits, also Jerry Only. They've done him as well. Vic Rattler, or whatever he's called from Megadeth, and there's figures of him. There certainly are. Wow, they've got toys out, but no Iron Maiden. Yes, I've got a box set of Slayer. I had the single one. Is it like a Minotaur beast type thing? That they brought out prior to that.
You've also got the
It's Mega Dolls in the 70s. They were, yeah.
Oh, very good. You've got the which I tried getting one for my daughter, but
Yeah.
middle-aged saddos bought them all up. The Barbie Stevie Nicks,
Yeah.
you know.
Dave wants to know: is there a Tina Turner figure?
Yeah, it comes with an Ike Turner figure and bitch slapping action.
Hey, Show No Mercy demon thingy. There's a Tina Turner Barbie.
Ah, cool.
Does it come in that kind of position?
The thing is, though, I mean, it's like how I mean, it's quite it's funny putting it this way, but especially discussing Tina Turner. But is there any legs? Is there any legs, or for would it be a thing that would have legs to go forward to be successful, making more action figures of band members?
Well, they've done recently. NECA have reissued their Freddie Mercury.
Right.
In his yellow jacket, his live at Wembley outfit. I'd kind of like him to do the rest of the band. And I probably would have got the Mercury myself if they'd have done the band.
Yeah.
But I mean, Freddie's probably the greatest frontman the world's ever seen, but he's still a frontman of a band.
Yeah.
And I would want the whole thing. Dave's saying nobody's done a worthwhile figure of Motorhead's Warpig mascot. The only one that I can think is the Super 7 reaction figure. I know they've done that. I don't know if they've done another version, but I know they've done that.
I mean, I know they did, back when the boy band thing was popular, like, they did like Take That dolls and Boyzone dolls and things, but
Ozzy Osbourne, yeah, definitely done lots of figures of him. Rob Zombie figure from McDarland back in the early 2000s. McFarlane. You're getting as bad as Joe, Richard.
It's late now.
Bought the Kiss picture disc albums of Gene, Paul, Chris and Ace. Cool. Ozzy and Farland. Who the hell wants a John Deacon action figure? I want to put him next to my Freddie Mercury and my Brian May, my Roger.
I mean, if they'd have to have them matching, if Freddie's from the Kind of Magic tour, yeah, in '85, with the yellow jacket, so that means that you're gonna get John Deacon with the big frizzy hair, t-shirt and short shorts.
As it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I'd actually want? I want them all in I Want to Break Free music video outfits.
Yeah.
The Tina Turner Barbie doll looks rubbish. See McFarlane Yellow Submarine figures a lot, yep. How about a John Denver action figure? Mythic Legion should do a Tiffany Darwish.
Who's Tiffany Darwish?
I've no idea.
Does he mean just Tiffany from I Think We're Alone Now?
Think we're alone now.
Or is that her surname? Unless it's someone else.
I'm sure he'll come back and let us know. Richard's mum wants a John Deacon figure. She dated him briefly, and it was the first of the Queen PPs we bought her. PPs?
LPs?
LPs? No. Correct, Ed. Tiffany Darwish.
All right, it is that Tiffany, right? Well, if you're gonna do that Tiffany, then you've got to have a Debbie Gibson. Can't just leave it at Tiffany. But would it be as Tiffany was back then, or as Tiffany is now?
No one wants it as she is now.
I don't know. Bless her.
No.
Time isn't kind to one-hit wonders. Sadly.
Bless. I like how Andy's gone quiet when we start talking about bands.
Yeah, it's because we're not talking about Mantovani or some obscure classical music. Andy will be sat there eating his Marks and Spencer's sandwich while typing away on his BBC Model B.
I was more into me Michael Jackson then. I never quite got into me heavy metal stuff. I actually think I think it's a shame because I think I would have enjoyed it actually, because what I've heard of it I do actually like. Oh. Like you were saying, it's probably like an image thing,
Yeah, well, I'm very much looking forward to tomorrow night because you know the West Riding, local pub to me, where we've all had a drink. They will be having a band called Delirium playing live tomorrow night, and they're doing heavy rock and metal covers. So I'm looking forward to going and seeing that. Yeah.
I can't imagine what music Andy would have listened to growing up.
I'm going to say nothing like you guys.
Here we go, loopy loo.
No, I can see Andy being maybe Rick Astley, perhaps.
You're never going to give us up, Andy.
No, come on, no. In all seriousness, what other stuff you listened to as a kid growing up, Andy?
I was quite into my Michael Jackson. I like Michael Jackson, Queen.
There's not wrong with that.
My dad loved Queen, so we had a lot of Queen in the house. My mum loved ABBA, so we listened to a lot of ABBA. Lots of Super Troopering going on in the house.
Yeah, good solid choices.
Also, I was subjected to Steel Eye Span a lot.
Right.
So yeah, there's that. But yeah, it was just. I did like, but I definitely Queen was definitely ones that I listened to a lot. Yeah, definitely. But I went into Bon Jovi and stuff later on. And when I was more into teenage stuff, I listened to stuff like Garbage,
right?
Things of that nature. But yeah. But I quite like enjoying just like I got like all those up and like the Now discs and stuff as well, because I like a variety of stuff. I did like a lot of the sort of the pop tunes, so I get the Now compendiums and stuff. I got the Batman soundtrack as well, of course.
Yeah.
Inevitably.
It's quite often maligned as the Batman soundtrack, but it is actually a really good soundtrack.
Prince,
I was watching it last night and I was paying attention to the soundtrack, to be fair.
I can't believe that's the first time that your children have seen that film.
No.
Well, they've never shown an interest.
Right.
I will not force them to watch anything.
No.
I never pushed them to watch Star Wars. It took Harley coming to ask me if she could watch it with me.
Yeah.
Which I was not going to say no to. And she's seen the only 3 Star Wars films that exist as well. Star Wars, Empire and Jedi.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, is there any more that come after this?" I said, "No."
No, that's it. 3 and done.
Is the right answer. Yeah.
I said, there are some that come before it, which you can watch one day, but before you do, there's some books here.
Well,
she does like reading books.
Last week I watched Batman Forever.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well we'll be watching that soon.
I've not watched that film for years, and I can remember going to the cinema when it came out, and I can remember enjoying it, being a bit disappointed with the overall tonal shift of it, from the Keaton, Tim Burton style, but it was like, it's still enjoyable. I thought the soundtrack's a cracking soundtrack, really, really good soundtrack for Batman Forever. But I watched it last week, and God, I just cringed all the way through it. I just thought,
were you thinking of Dave because of Robin?
No, that would be very, very wrong. But no, I just found it quite. I just thought to myself, well, put it this way, I'll be subtle. You can tell it was made by Joel Schumacher.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can read into that what you want. But it's disappointing, really, because I don't actually mind Joel Schumacher as a director because he did 2 films that I do really like and rate, and that's Lost Boys and Flatliners.
I love Phone Booth.
Yeah, well, Phone Booth, yeah, that's not a bad film.
How cheap that film must have been to make.
Yeah. So then when he came and did Batman, and it turned out Forever, and it turned out like that, it was just like, God. You know. I mean, I've got a lot of time for Val Kilmer, but I kind of do think he was miscast as Batman.
It was.
But yeah, it was because one of the reasons why I wanted to watch it, because it was on Sky Movies a few weeks ago and I recorded it, was that I'd been circling around picking up the 2-disc special edition DVD because I've got the others, but I don't have that and I don't have Batman and Robin. Well, I had no intention of buying Batman and Robin, and I thought, right, I'll watch it anyway. Having now watched it, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'll just stick with Batman and Batman Returns.
I've got the box set on Blu-ray because I think it was like 20 quid for the.
Yeah,
I think that was quite recently actually.
Yeah. I don't think I'm really interested in upgrading any of them to 4K. I'm happy with Blu-ray on them.
Weirdly, the last time I actually looked for Batman on UHD, it did not seem to exist.
It does. It does.
I'm sure it does, but I couldn't find it at the time. It was really odd.
Right. Okay. No, it does. But no, it's. But no, getting back to them watching it last night, we've got 2 new fans of that film, which is nice to know that it still speaks to new viewers, especially of that age.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I was saying, they've never expressed an interest in watching it, but they've suddenly just come out of nowhere asking to read DC stuff. Now they've got a bit of an angling towards the Teen Titans stuff and the Robins and whatever else. And I'm like, well, if you're going to read Robins, you need to know about bloody Batman first. you need to. So
just sit them down with Death in the Family.
Yeah. So I thought, you know what? Let's give them a try. So I just grabbed it off the shelf. I said, "Do you fancy watching this?" And they were like, "Yeah." So I put it on for them. And like I said, they've only just turned 15, and it is a 15 film. So I wasn't worried about anything being a little too much. But
well, technically it's a 12.
Well, technically.
It was a 12 for cinema. It's just that they didn't have a 12 certification for DVD or home video, so that's why it got a 15 on home video.
No, it's, I can remember my uncle, he tends to not give a damn what his daughter watches, and he put it on with her when she was...
Wait for it.
It's either 11 or 12, so not super young. And he ended up turning it off halfway through because he thought it was too much for her. Yeah. He said, I couldn't believe how graphic the scene was when he's electrocuting the guy with the hand tool.
Yeah.
I was like,
see, that's an interesting thing. I mean, yeah, it's all subjective and people come at it from different points of view, but I mean, I don't think there's anything really in that film that I would say is not suitable for a kid to watch because it's a comic book film.
Exactly, it's comic book.
It's a comic book film,
and it is depicted in a comic book way as well.
Yeah, especially if you compare that movie to just teen-focused TV shows that are that are out now. It's tame. It's immensely tame.
Yeah.
I will say, though, twice while watching it, Harley pointed out that was unnerving. And on both occasions, it was Nicholson's portrayal of the Joker.
But it is Nicholson. That's just Nicholson.
Yeah.
That's what you expect from him.
Yeah. See, what you should have said was, if you think that's unnerving, let's watch The Shining.
Oh, Palps doesn't like Batman Returns. He thinks it's awful. See, I saw that before Batman.
Batman Returns is quite Marmite.
I love it.
Yeah, because it is just because Tim Burton was given free rein with that, and he just went full gothic with it.
Yeah. I mean, they're both big fans of Nightmare Before Christmas. And
Beetlejuice.
I was just going to say they've seen Beetlejuice and they like it. And when they saw Bruce Wayne, they were like, "Who's he? I've seen him somewhere." And I went, "Beetlejuice."
Beetlejuice.
Oh, is he in that? And I went,
He is that.
"Beetlejuice." But they were actually more excited right at the very beginning of the film when they saw the name of Tim Burton. And I was like, my God, he's already got fans in 15-year-olds here just from those two films. Danny Elfman. They were excited at the name of Danny Elfman popping up, which I think is quite impressive.
Yeah. What about Sleepy Hollow? They might like that.
I'm thinking about giving them a try with that as well. Yeah, I think they'll like that one. Yeah. We'll probably do Batman Returns first, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Batman Forever gave us the classic line, "Oh, no boiling acid? For when regular acid isn't good enough."
Yeah. Yeah, at the beginning of the film where they're trapped in the vault, yeah.
Do you not think it borrowed quite heavily, though, from the 60s Batman series?
Oh, yeah. No, Batman Forever was completely a love letter to that one.
Yeah, and I think Batman and Robin more so.
Man, you know, it's like...
Yeah. It's been donkeys since I've seen any of the Batman films other than 89. Can't even remember them. Give them a rewatch. Give them a rewatch. Keaton does a good Batman and Bruce Wayne because most people thought he would be rubbish and he wasn't.
I mean, that was mostly in the States. There was a real backlash to Keaton being cast because over in the States, up until then, he was mainly known for Mr. Mom.
Yeah.
You know, and he was a comedy actor. You know, he'd done. I was about to say the name of the movie. Then there was Mr. Mom. It's not Night Shift, or is it Night Shift? It's a film with a similar name, and he'd also done a film called Gung Ho, which was the first film that I ever saw with him in, and it was basically he's set in like a small, I think it's Pennsylvanian town. They work at a factory that makes cars. The factory shuts down, so Keaton goes over to Japan to try and convince Hamatsu Motors or something, I think they're called, to come over and invest in the town and the factory and get it up and running again. It's not a bad film. It's quite funny actually. There's a lot of actors in that you'll go and say, "Oh, that's him from that. Oh, that's him from,"
Oh, okay, it's one of those.
Yeah, it's one of those that like it's lots of actors in that you recognise, but at a point in the careers where they weren't that particularly famous.
Sleepy Hollow was Tim Burton's love letter to Hammer films.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, especially given the fact that you got Christopher Lee in it and then other British actors as well.
And Walken was in.
What was I going to say? Why? This is one thing that I did find last night did quite irritate me a little bit. It was just sort of like, why does Bruce Wayne wear glasses in that film?
Well, to throw people off.
No, he's doing it when he's sat in the Batcave looking at the computers.
Maybe he needs glasses.
And I was just like, you're not wearing them when you're Batman.
Maybe he's long-sighted.
And I've never noticed him wearing glasses in anything else. Not Keaton, but Batman in any other version.
Yeah.
I've never noticed him wearing glasses.
You'd assume, given that he's a detective, that he would kind of have perfect vision, wouldn't you?
Well, doing the things that he does, you would think he has perfect vision.
Yeah, I think he's probably just
observing from rooftops.
Yeah.
Driving the car, the Batmobile.
Yeah. I think it's probably more down to a stylistic choice in it. It's that late 80s, that yuppie kind of thing, and having him there sat chewing on the edge of his glasses, thinking,
I did wonder if it were a Tim Burton thing or if it were a Michael Keaton thing.
Yeah. It might have been a bit of both. They might have discussed it and come up with it.
I'm thinking now, does Val Kilmer wear them as well?
Yes, he does.
I think he does, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never noticed it before, but I did this time.
I know that in I think in some of the comics, the glasses are used, or it's probably contact lenses, but they sometimes provide him with a link to the back cave in the back computer.
Okay.
Like on a sort of heads-up display kind of thing. But I don't know if that would have been the case at that point in time. So.
blue light protection glasses he needs his sleep. I don't think they knew about that back then.
No.
The bat suit is equipped with corrective bat lenses.
But interesting, his batsuit isn't because his eyes are always visible.
That's right, yeah.
In fact, it was Kilmer's Sonic Batman suit that was the first one to have the lenses in the cowl.
Yeah, it was. While he was in the Batmobile, I think it was one of the close-ups when he's glancing down at Kim Basinger, and Harley she flung round at me. She went, "Is he wearing eye makeup?" I said, yes, he is. I said, don't worry, it won't be there when he takes his mask off.
Yeah, miraculously disappears when he takes his mask off. Like the chin guard and neck guard on RoboCop disappears when he takes the top of his helmet off.
Oh, I love these things. I do. I love these things.
But that's this funny thing that they mentioned that, but I wonder if they have the same kind of thought, because it's like with the Marvel films. I don't like the whole nanotech thing. No. In the Marvel films, especially for Iron Man. Yeah, all just like it's like no. I mean, I know it's make believe, it's a comic book film, but there is kind of a limit to that. I mean, I thought it was a stretch when he had the suit in a suitcase in Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
See, I liked that.
Yeah,
it was an interesting concept, but it was just like, oh, come on.
It's a nod to the comics because he used to carry a suitcase with a suit of armour.
Did it? Right. Yeah. I wasn't aware of that.
Back in the 60s, I think.
Right.
So he used to have this great big suitcase, big brown briefcase thing, with that original Mark 1 armour in it.
Right.
Yeah. And obviously they got rid of that at a later date, but it was just a nod to that. And I liked it from that perspective. It's like, I see what you did there.
You see, I mean, for me personally, I still think the best Iron Man suit is the one from the first film. I still think that's the best one. Yeah. Is it Mark 3, is it?
Yeah, Mark 3. Mark 1 he builds in the cave. Mark 2 is the silver version of the Mark 3, and then Mark 3 is the perfected version of that.
Yeah, because the silver one is the one that Rhodey nicks and turns into War Machine.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Although I think was that version, or was that another version as a sort of prototype or something? I don't know.
No, I think it was that because it's in Iron Man 2, isn't it? I think he gets it. He pinches it, doesn't he? And then sort of like it's like I think Tony. Yeah, because it's.
It says next time, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it won't because they're going to change the actor.
Yeah. Unfortunately for you, sir, it won't be. But
yeah, demanded more money. He wanted as much money as Robert Downey Jr. Don't be silly. We'll just get someone else.
Yeah.
I won't say what we're going to say next.
It's like bye bye.
Yeah. Something Terence, isn't it? They called him.
Yeah, Terence Howard.
That's it. Yeah.
Terence Howard.
Who's now on the conspiracy circuit?
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Yeah. He's on the. He does. He does a lot of interviews, with the conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, it's interesting, isn't it, though? Because I mean, Michael Keaton's come full circle. It's like 30-odd years later, and he's the Vulture in a Marvel film. It's bonkers his career, isn't it? Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, Christian Bale was thingy in Love and Thunder, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I've not seen that one. I probably never will.
Oh yes, he was. Yes, that's right. Yeah,
it's not great.
Gore.
That's the one. Gore.
Yeah. Oh, the God Butcher.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
God Butcher. Yeah.
No, Harley's on this Marvel kick at the moment. She thinks Marvel's incredible. It's the best thing ever, and it's a load of DC's a load of rubbish. But then she saw Batman last night, and all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, actually, DC might not be that bad."
Oh, she hasn't seen the modern films yet, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to let her see them. Yeah, definitely right there, Martin. Bale was very good
film. I enjoyed that film.
Good film all the way around. It means Bale, of course, yeah. Wasted potential. Benjamin's decided to rejoin the chat. With pitch black finish now.
I mean, it was okay, but I don't think. I mean, it was okay as Batman. I don't think he was outstanding.
He's a bit odd. Like I don't think I ever really liked his suit either.
I think he plays a decent Bruce Wayne. And
Yeah.
I think that's what your Batman actors need to do.
Yeah.
Because the suit and the gadgets play Batman. So you need to get the Bruce Wayne part right.
I mean, I think that's the thing with it being a Nolan film. I think he leaned too heavily into trying to make it realistic.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you know, with a character like Batman, you can't really do that. It's
Show her Howard the Duck. She'll never watch another Marvel film.
I quite like Howard the Duck. I don't mind. I went to cinema to see that.
Yeah, but she'll also never watch another George Lucas film.
But I mean, yeah, it's if we take Keaton and West out of the equation, I think for me, I think the best man is going to be Affleck. Is the best Batman. You know, and I always go back to it, that scene in the warehouse in Batman versus Superman, the way that he went in there and just went through them all like a tank was just like yes, that's Batman. You know,
I love his Bruce Wayne though. I always go back to the scene where he makes a coffee and puts it down for Alfred.
yeah,
I was like, you know, that's your butler.
yeah.
Who brought you up, and you're making drinks for him. I love that. I do. I love that.
Because I think it's like that. I mean, you kind of have to excuse the Keaton thing because of the time it was made, but then when you look at like Bale and Pattinson as well, there's not enough bulk on them, I don't think, to be able to take on guys in a fight, especially wearing the heavy suit as well. On top of that, you know. You know, they're a bit too lithe, if that's the correct term. You know, they're like greyhounds, where really you want like Spike from, you know, Tom and Jerry. You know, you want a big like bulldog that's sort of like, you know, ready to go throw down. But you know, but like I say, it's like in anything. There's a Batman for everyone. You know?
There is. And to be fair, I find redeeming qualities in most versions.
Yeah. I wouldn't say there's any that's just outright bad.
Yeah, I don't hate Batman Forever.
No.
You know,
No.
I think the worst of those four is definitely Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
But there's still elements of that I like. And the more I watch it, and I'll probably end up watching it again with the girls as we go through these, I always hearken, it's like, this is more like a comic book movie than any of the others are. So I think if you sort of like separate it from the other four, certainly the first two, and maybe just have Batman Forever and Batman and Robin as another iteration of Batman, then they are more comic book focused versions of Batman. And then it went completely the other way with Christian Bale's, with the Chris Nolan films. Far too realistic, although I do love the first two. I do love the first two.
The thing about the Nolan ones is, though, he did specifically say that when making them, he said that in his Batman universe there are no superheroes.
No superheroes, yeah.
It's just him. You know, that he's the only one, if you will. Which again, it's a choice and it's fair enough. You know, you can't argue.
Fair enough. I mean, he doesn't come up against any super villains. You know, all his villains are people.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not. The nearest you get to a super powered one is Bane, and it's done by a drug.
We see that's why I find it quite interesting that they've chosen to do a character like Clayface within the Pattinson universe.
Yeah. Is that in the Pattinson universe, Clayface? I thought that was supposed to be part of this DCU.
All right, I don't know then. I don't know. I just assumed that it was going to be part of that. You know.
Let's have a look. Clayface. I'm fairly sure it's supposed to be part of.
Right. What? So it's going to be like a separate entity, like what the Joker was, and.
No, it's going to be part of James Gunn's DC universe.
Oh right, okay.
So Superman, Supergirl, Clayface.
Right.
Ah, right. So yeah, I follow you
you've
now.
ever seen.
That makes sense. They've had that more. What's it?
Yeah, it's the third film in the DC universe.
Right. Okay. Right. So it is separate to that then, right? Oh, that makes sense then. But yeah, I'm the same. I've not watched any of them yet. I've tried 3 times now to watch Superman, and I always turn it off at the exact same point. It's when Superman says to the Crypto, "Dude, seriously," and I'm like, I just can't do it. I just can't do it.
You can't do it.
Yeah, George Clooney was a bad choice as Batman.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Batnips ahoy. Was it Clooney with the Batnips? Yep.
Well, and Thingy had them as well.
And Val Kilmer, yeah.
Val Kilmer had them as well. And the Bat Thong. Don't forget the Bat Thong.
Yeah, I don't think it was focused on quite so much for Kilmer, was it? They were there, but I don't think they were close-ups like they were with...
not like that. I mean, to be fair though, he did give us the Bat Thong on Alicia Silverstone.
Yes.
Did?
There was that.
The gratuitous arse shots weren't there of all of them when they suited up. Yeah.
But it was wholly unnecessary.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Although, to be fair, I did like in Batman Forever, though, when Robin says, "Holy rusted metal, Batman."
Yeah.
He's like, "What?" It's like, well, the island, it's made of metal and it's full of holes.
Yeah, I know. It's like you have to do the exposition bits. Yeah.
It's kind of like it's a nice tip of the hat to the 60s.
It is, yeah.
You know, but like I said, I mean, I still enjoy Adam West Batman. He's still fun, and you know, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. He's just like,
I imagine there's some nostalgia there for you with that one, though.
Oh yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah, I imagine there's some nostalgia there for you with that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I remember watching it when I was young. I mean, it wasn't.
I really struggle with it.
It was. Obviously, it was on repeats. I'm not that old.
The nips were necessary, says Dave.
But it was. As a young kid, that was your gateway into Batman, much like Nicholas Hammond's Spider-Man. From '77 was my gateway into Spider-Man, and Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby's Hulk.
See, as soon as you say that, then I know what you're feeling towards the '60s Batman is, because that's mine with Bill Bixby's and Ferrigno's Hulk.
Yeah. And obviously Linda Carter's Wonder Woman, and the only one true Superman, and Christopher Reeve.
Nah, Cavill's my man.
No, listen, I won't argue with her. Cavill is good, but Christopher Reeve is Superman. He's just there's no denying it.
You take care, mate. See you on Saturday.
Yeah, see you later, Splinter.
Norbert.
Yes, I do. I remember that. I remember watching that one as a kid. I
experience it most days.
I was absolutely obsessed with Spider-Man as a young kid. Me and my Remco energized Spider-Man. But yeah, so it's what you grow up with. It's what you're exposed to, and that then becomes your versions of that character.
Nick Hammond is the one true Spider-Man.
Yeah. which is kind of ironic, really, because the only time that Nicholas Hammond was in the Spider-Man costume was when you saw him taking off or putting on the mask. Other than that, it's not him. Kind of like the Mandalorian.
Yeah. He did it first. Thought that was the funniest thing he's ever seen when he watched that sketch when he was little. Says Dave.
Yeah. What sells it is when he's walking away from the urinal and he's shaking his leg. That's what sells that whole scene.
I think I've seen it. Sure.
You will have done.
I will. I have.
Usually, you usually get it on Channel 5 when they do these kind of like compilation shows.
Oh, well, there we go. Mark's asking. So nobody watched Shazam. I did, and I loved it.
Yeah, I enjoyed Shazam.
Yeah, I loved it. Haven't watched the second one.
No.
Can't bring myself to watch it. They really screwed everything up by letting you know so early that universe is coming to an end. So there's no stakes.
Yeah.
So, well, there's no point to watch the Flash movie then. There's no point watching Shazam 2 Fury of the Gods. There's no point watching Aquaman 2, whatever that's called.
Well, it's the inconsistencies, because I read today that...
the 70s TV show? No, I've never seen that.
James Gunn's DCU...
Didn't know there was one, actually.
They're bringing in the young lad that played Blue Beetle from the previous iteration.
That's a weird one, isn't it?
And it's like, well, come on, make your mind up. It's like, you're either starting afresh, but it's the same with Peacemaker. He's brought Peacemaker over, but that's only because his wife and his brother's in it.
Yeah,
he's big. James Gunn's big on the nepotism.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice. It is strange though with the Blue Beetle thing, because it were a failure. It wasn't well received, and to carry it over seems a really strange choice, because you're canonising that film to your current, your current universe, and that now means that of his first 3 films in that universe, 2 of them are flops, and one of them did all right.
Yeah.
Some people are calling it a success. It's not a success.
Which one?
Superman. It made a small profit.
Yeah, but I think when you adjust for inflation, it still didn't do as well as Man of Steel.
No, it didn't.
And I shudder to think how hard Supergirl's going to flop.
Oh, it's massively flopped as that. It's losing fist.
This is what I don't get. I mean, not wanting to start on another lengthy thread of discussion, but I just don't understand when they're going to, when they're going to learn from the mistakes that they just keep making over and over again.
Yeah. I do think it's. I mean, I understand that they want to try and make films for women and try and bring a different audience in. I get that, and I've got no problem with that at all. But when your core audience is middle-aged men, don't let your staff go out complaining about middle-aged men, because those people that would normally be throwing money at you will be like, you know what, I'm going to keep hold of this and spend it on something else instead.
But the thing is, though, I mean, from what I've seen of the trailers of the movie,
it doesn't look good.
It's like, what kind of women are they trying to appeal to with that film? Because it's like, I mean, I would never be so arrogant as to presume that I know the mind of a woman, or I know what it's like to be a woman, because I can't. I'm a bloke. I'll never know what it's like to be a woman. But it's like,
vice versa.
Yeah, and it's like, but that characterization, and it goes for a lot of women in other films and TV shows. I've never met any women that behave or act that way.
No.
It's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know, I'm from a small Yorkshire mill town. I know some strong women. They don't take shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And none of them act remotely in any way like what they portray them to act in movies.
No, they're not arseholes, are they?
No, and it's like, I mean, and this is what I don't get. Hollywood seem to sacrifice, when they do a strong woman or a strong female, they always sacrifice the femininity.
It's weird, that, isn't it?
And it's like, seriously?
I don't disagree with you, Dave. He thinks there's been too many superhero movies now.
Yeah.
You like superheroes, but I don't want to watch them all.
No, I think they need to do the rest.
You don't have to, do you?
They do. It's a perfect example of what happened, like from the 50s through to the late 60s, when it was just a mass glut of westerns.
Yes. Yeah.
Cowboys and Indians and all that stuff. That's why through the 70s you had all this like gritty police, espionage kind of movies. Things like oh bloody hell, I was just about to say the name of it now. Oh, come on, why can't I remember the name of it? Gene Hackman and Roy Schneider. It's there. I just someone in the chat help me out. It's there. I just can't get the name.
Mark's hit it on the nail here. Superhero should never have become a genre. It should have simply been the basis for which different genre stories could be told, like the comics. And that's how the MCU started.
That's it. Thank you, Dave. French Connection.
I'm going to say that as well, but I weren't 100% certain.
Yeah, French Connection. And then and also like the Dirty Harry films. So I mean, there's some fantastic movies from the 70s.
Andy could be a secret agent, apparently.
Which just don't get the airtime anymore. Anyway, what time is it?
It's 11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock.
2.5 hours. Well, I'm going to thank everyone at home for watching. It's been, I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. Obviously, I thank both Ed and Andy for being here tonight. I couldn't do it on my own. I could, but it'd be a bit shit, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You do yourself a disservice, sir.
It'd just be the cosmic.
The cosmic.
Don't give him an idea. He's going to set up a third stream now.
You're sacked next time.
Yeah.
Wonder Man and Spider Noir have stood out for me because they have done things differently. Well, there you go then. I know I'm going to be watching Spider Noir. I need to get around to watching that. I'm tempted to give this Wonder Man a try.
Yes.
The only thing that's been putting me off is the fact that it's MCU. But yeah. Guys, have you got anything coming up that you want to let the people know about and get them to watch?
Apart from my probable normal twice weekly videos, no, nothing else special.
Nope. Okay.
I've a couple of videos.
I've got a really exciting video about a dehumidifier up as well.
I've watched it. It's not that exciting.
That was irony. That was sarcasm in case you hadn't noticed. I know it's late, but yeah. It does feature Jake as well, though, in a special guest star role, so yeah.
Yes, he does, yeah. Ed, did you say you had something coming?
I've got a couple, but I haven't finished editing them yet, so they'll be out in due course. Realistically, I think the next one's going to be probably next Thursday. There won't be anything from me this Sunday because I'll be watching the World Cup final. But maybe the Sunday after next, I think.
I do.
I think, to be fair, what I'm planning on doing, I think, is as we start heading towards autumn and winter, I think I'll be refiring up the Syntax era, the game and stuff streams, because I think it's a nice thing to do through the winter months, because through summer, I'm just talking about myself personally, but I don't want to be stuck on streams and through the summer, I just want to be out there, get out there and feel the sun on the solar panel, as they say.
Fair enough.
So yeah, but yeah. So no, that's what I've got coming up. Yeah, that's it. And yourself?
Myself, I've got nothing in the can ready to go. I did start filming a new What's New at Cosmic Toys a few days ago, but then I got started moving stuff around in the shop, so that's on the back burner. And obviously we do have the Doncaster Toy Fair this Sunday. Mm-hmm. If I can get around with the camera, I will do. Mark there has just reminded me about that. Actually, it hadn't even occurred to me that I might film, but obviously if I can, I will film. If I don't, Andy's going, so he will film.
I don't know actually. I don't know how much filming he'll do this time. Actually, I don't know.
So yeah, all being well, I'll get the camera out, I'll go around, I'll film a few things. I might try and do something differently, like maybe have conversations with some of the traders. It's something I've been having an inkling to do for a while and never do because I kind of don't have the confidence to say to them, do you mind if we get a few words on camera? Well, maybe
I think one thing you could say is, I've forgotten his name now, the chap from Slimehouse. Theo, yeah, if you do see him at the Doncaster Toy Fair, if he's knocking about, it was an enjoyable thing that he did with Jonathan Ross. The episode that he did with Jonathan Ross. Just tell him, he could have smartened himself up a bit. It's Jonathan Ross. Make an effort. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I've not
I get.
seen Theo at the toy fairs for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I get it. He's got a look. He's got a look. There's a thing, but it's like it's Jonathan Ross. Smarten up a bit. I'm not saying shirt and tie, but. But then again, to be fair, Jonathan Ross didn't make any effort on that one either.
He certainly didn't. I loved seeing the passion and enthusiasm from him, though.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, he just loves it.
That was nice. That was nice. Yeah. Right. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So there will be stuff coming, but they're in out there. Thank you, everyone. Hopefully, we'll catch you again next week for Open Mic Night over on Cosmic Toyman's channel. And I better bring up the outro answer. Good night, everyone.